In today's video, I'm going to teach you how to set up camera motion blur in Octane for Cinema 4D. By the end, you'll know exactly how to create natural cinematic blur that sells speed and movement without sacrificing clarity. We'll start inside your scene by creating a standard Cinema 4D camera. This keeps things simple and gives you full control over framing and animation. If you're already looking through a perspective view you like, you can switch to the new camera so it matches your current view. From there, position and animate the camera however you need. Pans, dollies, or quick handheld style moves will all benefit from motion blur. Next, connect this camera to Octane by adding an Octane camera tag. Right-click your camera, go to Extensions, then C4D Octane tags, and choose the Octane camera tag. Think of this tag as the bridge that lets Octane read and apply camera-specific rendering features. With the tag on, you'll get access to settings that directly influence how the camera renders motion, exposure, and more. Now let's enable motion blur. Select the Octane camera tag and open the Motion Blur tab. Turn on the Motion Blur option. This tells Octane to calculate the movement of the camera over time and smear fast motion just like a real-world shutter would. If you scrub the timeline or run an interactive preview render, you should start to see blur on fast moves. If your scene feels too sharp, don't worry. We'll refine it with shutter settings next. To control how much blur you see, adjust the shutter time, also called aperture time. Increasing shutter time produces more blur because the virtual shutter stays open longer while the camera moves. A common practice is to set the shutter speed to be half of your frame rate for a natural, not too smeary result. As an example, for a 25 frames per second scene, a shutter time of 0.04 seconds is a solid starting point. From there, nudge the value up for heavier, more dramatic streaks, or bring it down for a crisper, sharper feel. Keep an eye on fine details like text or small objects. Too much blur can make important elements unreadable. On the other hand, too little blur may make fast moves feel stuttery or digital. That's all you need. A Cinema 4D camera, an Octane camera tag, motion blur enabled, and a tuned shutter time. Test a short render, evaluate the look, and iterate until it matches your creative intent. With these settings dialed in, your shots will instantly feel more grounded, polished, and cinematic.